So on this point of longevity, then one of the points you mentioned there was telomere length, and I've heard about telomere length
Yeah.
because I've heard about studies they've done in rats and I think other rodents around telomere length. So it was discovered that individuals with shorter telomeres had a death rate nearly twice of those with longer telomeres. And you're telling me that there has been research done that shows how nitric oxide can increase telomere length.
Absolutely. So we understand at the DNA level, at the nuclear level, that nitric oxide is what's called a co-localizes with estrogen receptor to allow for the cell to turn on transcription and translation of the telomerase enzyme. So it's not only affecting the genetic transcription of that protein, but it's also regulating the function of the enzyme. So without nitric oxide, you have less telomerase enzyme, and that telomerase enzyme isn't functional.
Okay, so nitric oxide has an impact on the
Telomerase enzyme, that's right.
telomerase
So what
enzyme.
happens with each cellular division, those telomeres can get shorter,
Yeah.
right? But as long as that telomerase enzyme is active, it prevents the shortening of the very ends of the chromosome.
Okay, and just for people that don't understand, the with every replication, as we age, we're continually replicating ourselves to restore and repair them. But in that replication process, harm is occurred
Well, yeah,
sometimes.
and different cell types have different replication rates, right? So the epithelium of the gut is highly regenerative, right? It's a replicatable. You're replacing these cells all the time because it's the outside environment that you're having to continually replace those cells. Neurons, to the exact opposite, aren't regenerative by nature. So we don't typically make. I mean, we can. It was once thought that you can't regenerate neurons, but today we know we can. But yeah, so it affects different organ systems differently. But the data are clear: shorter telomeres, shorter lifespan.